Well, the big news this offseason, and probably the big news going into the 2022 NFL season, is where quarterback Aaron Rodgers will end up. There's a lot of speculation that his time in Green Bay has come to an end, and there are plenty of teams that would love to have number 12 as their starting quarterback next year. There's been a lot of candidates that have jumped out as prime candidates for Rodgers' service. But, Mize, I think you've got a little story there talking about maybe a surprise candidate jumping into the mix.
Yes, a wrinkle into the mix, so to speak. And I think at this point in time, it's all but safe to say the only place Rodgers probably won't be this offseason is in Green Bay. So let's take a look. Per Jared Stillman, reporter at ESPN Nashville at 102.5 The Game, Aaron Rodgers has his sights on moving to the AFC, but it is not the Denver Broncos that everybody has been thinking. A source has said Aaron Rodgers has purchased land and is in the process of building a new home in the Nashville suburb of Franklin. So, he bought a house in Nashville. Clearly, this means Aaron Rodgers has now set his sights on the Tennessee Titans. What do you think?
Look, we haven't heard much about the Titans being a player for Aaron Rodgers this offseason, but it's an interesting move. We all know that a lot of veteran quarterbacks saw what Brady did with Tampa, and they learned a thing or two. I guarantee you Rodgers has taken a page out of Brady's playbook potentially here. Brady went from cold, miserable winters, Boston, Foxborough, down to Tampa. It's nice and warm. Same thing for Rodgers here. It goes from Green Bay to Nashville. It's a whole lot warmer in Nashville than it is in Green Bay, I'll tell you that. But aside from the weather, he goes to a team in Tennessee that's been to the playoffs 3 straight years. They were the number 1 seed going into the playoffs this season until Ryan Tannehill kind of blew it away against the Bengals with 3 picks. Really, their big, missing ingredient is a high-quality star quarterback, and Rodgers can come in and fit in right away. They have receivers, obviously A.J. Brown. They have Derrick Henry at running back, veteran coach. It just seems like too much of a similarity to what Brady did in Tampa. It's kind of weird to follow the real estate developments for a potential Rodgers landing spot, but this has legs here, and this could really happen.
Yeah, and another, like you said, there's Derrick Henry, great running back. A.J. Brown, a great young receiver. Julio Jones, we forget that he's there sometimes. A proven veteran receiver, one of the better receivers in recent memory. On top of that, he has a very strong defense. The Titans' defense is pretty stout. I think all around it would be a great fit for Rodgers to head on over to Tennessee and see what he's made of. Give the AFC a try. I would say the AFC is a little bit easier than NFC, or it's more up in the air, so to speak. There's always a chance for teams to sneak in. As we can see, the Bengals have made the Super Bowl this year. No one would have called that at the beginning of the season. So I think it's an interesting choice for Rodgers to make to possibly give the AFC a shot and go to the Titans.
Yeah, and there's a couple other factors that play into this too. Green Bay, let's say they're not in love with Jordan Love. If Ryan Tannehill just gets into the mix for a trade, Rodgers trading to Tennessee, the Titans trade Ryan Tannehill to Green Bay. Green Bay then has a veteran quarterback that's proven you can win games. There's a lot of options here for both teams on the table. And honestly, I don't think Green Bay is going to get a lot for Aaron Rodgers. He's great. Obviously, he's amazing. He's a 38-year-old guy with really 1 year left on his deal and then a couple avoidable years on the back end. No team's going to give up, 2, 3, 4 picks for this guy, not like the Rams did with Stafford, who had a lot of years left. I think Tannehill, I think the Titans sending Tannehill and maybe a first-round draft pick to Green Bay is exactly what Green Bay needs. And I think Green Bay would really jump on that opportunity.
Yeah, I believe I was reading last year a pundit had proposed a trade, so to speak, coincidentally enough, to send Rodgers to Nashville to the Titans. The trade was Rodgers in Green Bay's 2023 4th-round pick for Tannehill and the Titans 2022 and 2023 first-round picks.
Yeah, I think Green Bay would take that in a heartbeat. I think they'd take that as a great trade today. And I think the Titans would too. It's sort of a win-win for both teams.
I think you could even knock off one of those first-rounders, just one first-rounder in Tannehill for Rodgers and a 4th-rounder or no draft pick accompanied with it. I think that's the value has gotten greater so to speak.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And again, I know it, a lot of people out there may be, oh, come on, it seems kind of far-fetched. Brady going to Tampa, nobody saw that coming. That came out of thin air. But looking back on it, it made sense. Tampa had veteran coach, veteran receivers, a lot of talent. Same thing with Tennessee, veteran coach, a lot of talent. I mean, there is
And
some
how
real
did these
commonalities.
rumors start about Brady? Because he was selling his house.
Hey, there you go. There's that real estate tie-in. Just follow the real estate, man. That's what it's all about.
Yep. I think Rodgers buying property and building a house in Nashville really kind of plays a role in all of this. It's something not to overlook.